Alright, folks. Acid Roots here, so we're gonna finish off this bear real quick, and then, basically, we're gonna get further into stage 2, but we don't actually get past this stage, and really we don't even get to the checkpoint in this episode. So, some of these things are gonna be lengthy, because this is still introducing, like, the mechanics of this game. The game is still kind of showing off the ropes. And, like, one of the such mechanics that's going to happen is pushing and pulling. So, I mean, that's in most 3D games, but I wasn't expecting it to be augmented. Well, I mean, I was, but just the fact that the way it did was kind of confusing, just because it basically stumps you. I mean, I don't know if you yourselves are going to get stumped, but the concept behind it is it's kind of presented in, like, a puzzling, oh, I bet you didn't think to do that kind of way. So, I mean, some games don't do that. It's just like, yeah, you're going to have to push this and so on, but this one kind of introduced it in the sense of, like, I bet you really don't know what to do right now. And the thing about it is the controls, if you look up the controls in this game, the X button is seen as just the action button. It doesn't say push, doesn't say pull, doesn't say, and it just says X is the action button, so it implies that there's going to be a lot of things that X is going to go on to do. So it's just kind of, I wonder, I'm curious as to, like, what and I need to use the compass also. That's another thing I'm going to have to sit there and think to use, but I'm wondering, yeah, see, X action, so I'm kind of wondering what else is going to wind up being in this game. I mean, I don't suspect much. I mean, it's not like Lara Croft. I mean, the Lara Croft, she's just going to use the pistols and stuff, but we'll see what happens. It's just like, you know, a female version of, like, a 3D kind of Crash Bandicoot type game, but, just with Lara Croft. You know, it just happens to kind of be the thing there. So it's original in the sense, but it's good. You know, it's the thing. You know. But, I'm trying to go on to think of other stuff. Had a nice cheeseburger from McDonald's today. It was just pretty lackadaisical. I mean, the way I look at some of those things, I'm just reaching a point where these are just fuel. You know, that's kind of how it goes, is just trying to say, I mean, honestly, I am trying to lose somewhat of weight, but it's just kind of, I mean, this happened to me before, where I happened to be stuck at, like, 205 pounds, and I just kind of feel like, you know, going to sleep, you lose weight. I mean, most standard people lose weight when they sleep, but this is the concept of, like, you know, eating too much, because the things I eat typically make me go up like 4 or 5 pounds a day, or 3 or 4, something like that. But yeah, I don't know. I saw a commercial somewhere where people asked if people still have like 3 meals a day, you know, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I can't even remember the last time I did that. It's just so odd. I don't eat breakfast. It's not like I mess around and make myself like, oh, I'm gonna have like pancakes and eggs today or something like that. I mean, I just eat as I'm hungry. That's how it just typically goes, but, you know, kind of a remark about it. I mean, I know there's some Gen X's out there that are like, dude, what the fuck? But is the concept. I mean, that's just in today's times. They're like, I can't believe you don't. It's like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how many people even do that. Like, there's Gen Zs out there, a generation younger than me, and they probably do the same thing in terms of having breakfast, lunch, dinner, brunch, some of those things. I don't know, but so this is where Lara Croft says no. I thought that this is what I needed to do, but camera's not going.
No.
It's a nice British no. Absolutely not.
No.
It'd be funny if she said that. I mean, there's not enough talking moments in this. You know, really, I know this game was 1996, but this is so easy. I don't know if there's been like a remake of this game, something like that, but I would almost like that, but I would have to wonder if like they could repump life into it, because I didn't like the reevaluation to Crash Bandicoot. I didn't like his redesign. I mean, I know they would probably make Lara Croft like sexier or something like that, but I just apart from that, I would wonder about like the game as far as, because I would definitely like to not have to use the control pad for this, the directional pad, if you don't know what I'm talking about. But the joysticks would just be so much easier. It needs to, and I know they probably redone this game, but I just wonder about it. So yeah, I wouldn't have noticed that. It took me a little bit. I was like, what the fuck, Lara? You know, what's going on here? I don't know, but I don't know what would happen if I fall in that pit. I don't know if Lara would just die. I have no clue. I didn't want to chance it. Well, maybe it's not even a pit. Maybe it's just, I'm not sure. But this game, I mean, the thing about it is there are traps in this game. I mean, it's not so much enemies as much as traps. It's just kind of like a video game version of Indiana Jones, which is good. I mean, that's definitely the thing, is it's encouraging that something did that. But it's been a while since I've seen those Indiana Jones movies. I need to own those on DVD. I mean, I think I do. Maybe I do. I remember, like, I got them at some yard sale one time. I don't know where they went. It's just kind of random. They're floating around somewhere. Maybe it was VHS. I think I owned them on VHS, something like that. I own those movies, but, you know, I used to watch the VHS all the time on my vlog channel, Acidic Roots. I've got Beavis and Butthead VHS tapes, movies like, maybe not Billy Madison, one of those movies, Lil Nicky, and, stuff like that is good. VHS is the shit. I don't care. You know, I mean, so many people think that shit's dated, but VHS is classic entertainment. It's just the main thing. And fuck that jump. It's not even worth it. But I mean, if you are handy, you could probably get that pulled off. But it just falls literally within 2 seconds of you hopping on it. It's just not worth it. For a second there, I thought the Halo main theme was playing, you know, those ghoulish voices. They're like, so they kind of did that, but yeah, I think Tomb Raider would have gotten its coins if Halo had gotten that from this game. But this game really does feel like a perfect fit for a movie. This is kind of the thing about it is, I mean, it would be. I mean, I don't remember. I think I actually saw the first Tomb Raider when it came out back in 2001. But I don't remember. I almost want to say I owned that movie, but I don't know what happened to it. I probably sold it, something like that. But, yeah, I just don't. I mean, really, the whole thing about it, I don't get Lara Croft. I don't know why she doesn't have friends. It's just kind of... And that's the thing about her. She just doesn't care either. She's just sitting there trying to make her own money and stuff. She's just raiding these tombs all by herself, and no one's ever like, you know, if I just hang out with this pistol-wielding chick who knows how to whip wolves and wild animals' asses, I could probably score like $25,000 or something, or more. It's the equivalent, you know, just buy Lara Croft breakfast, get her some donuts and grits, and I'm on the way to getting, like, you know, $50,000, $100,000. Be an easy way. I mean, I think there'd be some women out there that could figure that out. So, and here I was. So I didn't understand this concept, but the reality of it is you're not even supposed to pull this out. I mean, you're supposed to pull this out briefly, but the game kind of assumes that you're going to use the platforms to jump to it. And obviously it's a little bit trickier. In some cases I don't feel like it's worth it, but I guess really all you get is a med pack. So, pick it up. What are you doing? Yeah, but it's necessary. I mean, you definitely want to get these med packs. I don't know if they carry on to the next stage, but I was sitting there thinking that you had to go back out the way that you came in, but you don't. So luckily you don't. But the trick is, I'm going to save you 5 minutes, is just you have to push that block back in the hole that from which it was. So you have to keep pushing it, and there's like a ledge that you have to get to. But you'll figure that out in part 5. So really there's just not much else. I mean, we basically have like another 4 minutes of being aimless like this. I'm just going to have to really decide what I've got to talk about. But this is going to happen a lot, because if I don't watch this game to figure out what to do, then of course there's going to have to be some aimless stuff here. But yeah, I kind of feel like having a lemonade pretty soon. I don't know. I've just needed a lot of sleep lately. I don't understand it. Like, I mean, I really, there's days anymore where I miss Red Bull considerably. If you've watched my older videos, you know that I used to be a fan of that drink, Red Bull. You know, the drink that gives you wings. Really used to genuinely like that drink, but it's just not the healthiest drink to have. And it's not so much Red Bull as much as it is Monster. Monster is probably the worst drink of the two, but so I just could really use that, because, you know, I felt like I kind of bonded with that drink, kind of like how, you know, Eddie Brock and Venom, you know, just, and by that, you know, talking about like the comic book character, if you don't know what I'm talking about. Venom, you know, the black demon looking dude, the black suit. But yeah, so this kind of those two have like a bond that's just like permanent. So I would assume if you know about Tomb Raider, you might know about the Venom series, but just in case you don't, I just feel like that sort of similarity. I need some sort of pep, and unfortunately, coffee, you know, I can't have that caffeinated stuff either. So can't have coffee, can't have tea. So this is like, damn it. I mean, it's not tea, not so much. I'm not the hugest fan of tea, but you know, this kind of I need something to pep me up, and those lemonades, but I don't know. But that just happens. So basically, yeah, we have to use that rock to get up there on the ledge. I'm sitting there trying to figure out as far as what to do, but I did get that little amulet thing, and that is the sort of stuff that's going to wind up happening. I mean, eventually it triggered me, and I was like, But it's just kind of a different way of thinking. It's kind of more lateral in the sense of like, I bet you didn't think you had to push it back. It's like once you're stumped, it's kind of like, okay, have you figured it out yet? This is actually almost like a puzzle game. I mean, it's just all in one: an action, adventure, puzzle, you know, drama, thriller, kind of the thing about it. But hopefully, I mean, we'll see what happens in the second half of, like, Stage 2. I mean, I suspect it's not going to be that bad, but I suspect there'll probably be some wolves, something like that. Maybe there'll be some new enemies. I know there's probably going to be. I'm just trying to figure out the concept of... And I really felt like... I think that patch of hay right there, you'd think... Like in a Zelda game, that probably would have been the puzzle that you'd have to do, is just to push this crate or this slab of concrete on that, and it would have crumbled or something, and you would have solved the puzzle, but it didn't do that. So this is kind of, it's interesting, and really, unlike Zelda, there's no little victory theme to tell you that you're doing the right thing. So you have to kind of figure it out on your own, but it's still good. I mean, it's definitely, once again, like I said with Crash Team Racing, how that's good for the PlayStation. This is good for the PlayStation also. It developed a new series and did it well. But alright, so we're about on the verge of wrapping things up here. Basically got like another 15, 18, 19 seconds or so. So yeah, I did get up there, but that wasn't what you're supposed to do. It's like, come on, Laura, figure it out. But alright, so subscribe for more fun. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful night, and see you in part 5. Nice acrobatics.